Hey folks, yeah, so today I have got a special little treat actually. I just adjust my chair. Okay, so I have. Jesus Christ, I saw this before, sorry about that. Right. So it is a combination lock, as you can see. So it's a 5-wheel, made in brass, steel shackle. A lot of copies of these about, but this is an original. Hopefully it'll pick it up. Okay, you see Barron's at the end of my fingernail there. Barron's of the Strand. For those of you outside of the UK, the Strand is in London. It's a famous part of London. By Charing Cross, not far from Trafalgar Square, Leicester Square. If that's a bit of a reference for any of you. So, a friend of mine has acquired this lock. Focus, you little bastard. There we go. And said, look, you know, I know it's old, I know it's worth a bit of money, I don't know the combination, who's the Baron, and that is Robert Barron of Barron's, who had Barons of the Strand for, I think it was 1778, so this is circa 1800. Can't give you an exact date, don't know. Don't even know if it's a British design. Actually, I don't even know if it's Barron's design. Could be a French design originally. There are copies of this since. I don't know a lot about it other than those, you know, these sort of salient facts that I've gleaned from the outer body of the thing. But yeah. My friend is interested in information, let's say, but I know if any of you out there wanted to own this lovely item, I know he would sell, but just to lay it out so I haven't got to waste my time and effort answering every single thing that comes through, but the copies of these go in excess of $100. This is not a copy, it's an original Barron's, so it's 220 odd years old, something like that, or 200 years old, somewhere between the two. Beautiful thing. Let me just give you some close-ups of this now. So we have 5 wheels, but although we start today and go through, all wheels are different actually. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, and then jumps to V, W, and then we have the little star symbol. Likewise, we have a similar one on the second that goes J, K, L, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and the star symbol. And this goes throughout. So yeah, basically a different end to our alphabet. It's not 100% there. So I think there's 20 gates on each wheel. If you're with me on there, each increment being a gate. Yeah, and because there's various different endings there, you can take the wheel off and adjust it as you want, and you'll pretty much cover all your bases there. I've got my feeler gauge out. So a feeler gauge, for anyone that doesn't know, is a very thin bit of metal. So it's rigid in that direction and bendy on that side. So what happens here is you slip, this is the shear line across the front here, and you would slip the feeler gauge Hold on, sorry, I was holding it wrong there. Down here until he found out where the gate was there. Now, I decoded. Well, I say decoded. I got J and K for the first one, and A, and then as possible for the second one. Then left it there. Went in a different room, fiddled with it, found M. Went back to this and found J-A-M. And of course James is a fairly common Victorian English name. So I thought, well, why don't we start on James? It's as good a place as any to start. As we do nowadays, you know, we make our passwords about something we know, loved ones, you know, however. So I put James. So I had J-A-M, I put James on there, and out she popped. First time. Okay, I wasn't about to start decoding it again because I've already done it, so I was just going to show you the method there. And then once we have the end plate open, it unscrews fairly simply. And then these wheels can be taken off, and there you'll be able to see, hopefully, at the end of my fingernail here, a little index mark where the cog actually fits on, so you can make the name, the 5-letter name, whatever you desire. And you can swap and change these about if the end letter isn't on your particular wheel. Like that. Very, very clever little design. I forget which way it was that I found this, because they are quite hidden. There's the index there. It's a very, very, very clever little design. A lot more clever than sort of today's day and age. You'll find a gate pretty easily, but yeah, incredible workmanship, craftsmanship here. It's stunning design. So there we are. There's that wheel off, and likewise M. So here we have the 5 wheels with the 5 index points, and they sit on this, I don't know what you would quite call that, actuator, yeah, possibly, that comes in and out here. I don't know if these are on, I think they're just freewheeling. Oh, that's right. So this inner circle here, obviously this is just a circlip going around there, but inside there we have a groove. Oh no, it's not a circlip. Sorry, I apologise. It's actually the end that's got a groove machined into it that this sits in, so it's like a bearing, and it's freewheeling around this inner circle here. Extremely simple, clever design, and as it's 200 odd years old, I am not going to disassemble it any further than what I've already done here. I don't want to ruin it or damage it in any way. That would, yeah, that'd be a complete and utter cock up, that would. But this little hole. Oh, we have a little hole. Okay, we have some sort of, I don't know if that's machine marks or cog. No, it's machine marks. inside the hole there. Strange just to have that one hole and the second one in there. So anyway, the 5-wheel Barrons of Strand. The reason being, it says Strand here as opposed to London. 200 years ago, there wasn't a great deal of sort of industry outside the big cities. So, you know, in London being the big one in the UK, that would, you know, is all you really need. Barrons of Strand would get you there. Obviously now you have postal codes and area codes and all sorts there, but this is before that. So instead of Barrons London, it's Barrons of Strand, yeah. I presume anyway, that's it. Well, it seems a good whatever as ever. I think someone has taken a hammer to this sometime in the past. We've got a couple of good clinks in the brass. Each side of where the shackle is attached to the brass body here. Such a delightful little thing. Right. Okay. So, by the looks of this, I was very lucky to work out the J, the A and the M in the first place. So it doesn't look like a very easy lock to decode. But there is also another way of doing it I have found since. But let's just take a minute just to slide these little wheels back on. So across the indices, I suppose is how you would say it. J, A, M. Sorry. E. And S. Okay, so there's James. And now we just screw thread gently this on. No. There we go. Keep that up out the way. Okay, so yeah, try and hold it still. Turn the end plate level with the shackle, which is conveniently where it ends there. I can drop the shackle a little bit and push it all together. Still James, and I'll just move it out of the way. We're locked back up. Okay, so there was another method of binding it up, which was, I think, to pull the shackle with the finger and push down on this pillar here and here, and fetch the wheel around until you can see they're all going round, which makes it a little bit difficult here. Okay, I didn't get the clip vest on, so let's push it this way. So you're pushing down on it now. There we go, I've got the clip around. So I'm on J, yeah. Corresponding A also gives a clip there, but I've not been past J and A. I got the M with the feeler, so you know. But just to show you the other way around it. So although it's a great design and all the gates are effectively false gates. looking at it, I'm sort of staggered that I found it as quickly as I did. But yeah, let me just take this off again. I don't think I sort of did one of these wheels justice, but I'll just put the 4 down there. Just have a little gander at this wheel. So there you are. You can see you've got the 20 gates, and they're all effectively false gates. You can feel them all. Just such a clever, simple design. Very impressive. And then I'll just put this back. Don't want to cock up the combo now, do we? Okay, so that won't open now. J A M E S. God, thank God for that. And there we are, back together. Yeah, so I've not got the pennies to be able to afford this, but wish I had. Wish he didn't know what he had here, but yeah, it's a cracker. Sensible offers. Anyone wants it? I know he wants it. He wants it to go to someone who appreciates locks. So you know, perfect. I thought you guys deserved a look. So yeah. Awesome, guys. Take it easy. Catch you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Be good.